It is a Cuniac matchup between the Lightning of Lehman College and your Baruch Bearcats. For Bearcat Appreciation Day, let's send it over to our PA announcer, Marty Collins.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Arena and our Cuniac men's basketball game on Bearcats Appreciation Day between the Lightning, Lehman College, and your Baruch College Bearcats. This time, we would like to honor four-year players on the men's basketball team who are playing in their final regular season home game today. First up, he was a member of the 2018-2019 Cuniac Championship team that went on to play in the NCAA tournament. And as a Bearcat gone, he has played in 63 games, majoring in economics. Please welcome number 10, D'Andre Gibbs. He was a member of the 2018-2019 Cuniac Men's Basketball Championship team also that played in the NCAA tournament. And as a Bearcat forward, he's played in 103 games with career totals of 435 points, 343 rebounds, and 51 blocks. Featuring in finance, please welcome number 22, George Smyth Jr. He hit the winning basket with 0.2 of a second left to defeat Staten Island in the Cuniac Championship game last year. As a result, the Bearcats won their third all-time Cuniac title. Went on to play in the NCAA tournament. As a Bearcat forward, he's played in 84 games with career totals of 391 points, 341 rebounds, 79 blocks, and 50 steals. Majoring in corporate communications, welcome number 25, Benjamin Boateng. And finally, he was also a member of last year's Cuniac Championship team that went on to play in the NCAA tournament. And as a Bearcat center, he's played in 95 games with career totals of 496 points, 363 rebounds, and 68 blocks. Majoring in marketing, please welcome number 33, Allen Villar. assemble for a final picture. Let's hear it for D'Andre Gibbs, George Smyth Jr., Benjamin Boateng, Allen Villar, playing in their final regular season home game today here at the Arena.
So 4 seniors here at the Arc Arena on the men's team getting a nice ovation. D'Andre Gibbs, Allen Villar, George Smyth Jr., and Benjamin Boateng, of which we'll see one tonight, George Smyth Jr. Unfortunately, some injuries have plagued the others, and great careers by all. George Smyth Jr. having a quality season starting at the 5 for Coach Alisi.
Yeah, it's really been big to rely on the senior leadership, and like you said, it's unfortunate that 3 out of the 4 guys unfortunately will not be on the floor tonight, but you really can't put a price tag on the amount of value and leadership that they bring to this locker room. And they really have throughout 4 years and a ton of tremendous play throughout their careers. So. And as we finish taking pictures on the court here, it looks like we're just about ready to introduce the Lehman starters.
So there you have it. We have the starting 5 for both Lehman and Baruch, and what is a great matchup here at the Arc Arena. We mentioned a little bit in the early game, and if you're just tuning in, the early game ended in a big blowout win for the Bearcats, 87-51. But now we move on to the men's game. Both teams coming in at 14-9 overall. Lehman a half game better right now than the Bearcats. Alongside Brian Flannery, I'm David Just, and Brian, we got a nice matchup here between 2 and 3 in the conference.
Yeah, real big CUNY matchup here on display in the second half of the doubleheader, so we should be in tune for a good one here.
Bajrami and Geathers on the tip, and it's Lehman's ball there in their Road Royal Blues. It looks like white trim, and Baruch is in their traditional home whites, light blue trim. It is Bearcat Appreciation Day here at the Arc Arena, and now it'll go to Batista on the right wing. He'll take the pick from Geathers. Excuse me, now Geathers has it on the outside. It was actually Kamara on the pick. Pull-up three there by Batista. No good. George Smith Jr. battles for it. It'll be Tommy Batista who comes away with it. And the ball swung back into the corner. Batista going to drive. Goes right into the lane. It's going to go off of Hansen last. It looks like he was stumbling over, and it'll go back to the Bearcats. Coach Schulman in his 20th year here at Lehman College. Lehman definitely having some security there with their coaches. We saw Coach Harrison in the previous game, 22 years at the college.
Yeah, definitely both veterans leading both programs, like you said.
So now it's into Smyth Jr. He's off front rim on the first. Shot of the game for the Bearcats, and now it'll be Geathers the other way into the lane. A little bit of a hop step, took some contact, no call. Ball batted around. Donnellan comes away with it. And now it's Richards into the lane. He loses the ball. Looks like he was trying to draw contact against John Batista to no avail. And now it's Tommy Batista with the ball. Back up top to Jean. Tommy Batista, handoff to Geathers. Geathers pulls the left wing three. Shot off back rim, no good. It'll be Emil Piersic on the rebound. And now Donnellan has it, crossover. Richards has it back to Donnellan, over to Bajrami. And it's going to be Piersic who hits the deck. It's going to be last off of Lehman, so it'll stay with Baruch. 10 seconds on the shot clock.
And you see both sides bringing a ton of pressure early on here.
Now Bajrami, pull-up shot. Rattles that one home from the baseline. And the first bucket of the afternoon goes to Baruch. Kamara swings it around to Geathers. Over to Batista. Back to Geathers. Geathers trying to give it inside to Kamara, and that ball gets stolen. And it'll go back to the Bearcats, into the corner to Bajrami. Bajrami pull up three. Geathers late on the closeout. And Bajrami knocks that one down from the right wing.
Again, Bajrami clearly finding his rhythm here early from that spot. First with the long two, and now the three-pointer.
Batista into the lane, high off glass, no good. It's going to be Hansen on the rebound. Ooh, dangerous pass. Tommy Batista off left rim, no good. Ball batted around. It's going to go off Lehman last as it goes out of bounds underneath the basket, and it'll go back to the Bearcats. So Baruch playing some tough defense. Lehman getting their opportunities, just not getting anything to fall here in the first 3 minutes of the game.
Yeah, you see Lehman getting a lot of second and third chances on the offensive side with those rebounds, so Baruch needs to try to stop that.
Donnellan, nice find. George Smith Jr. free throw line. Jumper is good, and he rattles that one home.
But yeah, it's really good to see the offense get going here early, coming out with a 7-0 run.
Now Geathers. He'll put it on the deck, gives it outside to Hansen, back inside to Geathers. Geathers might have got that stolen. Nope, ball's loose. It goes back into the hand of Hansen. Now Batista has it. He'll pull a three. That's going to go off right rim. Barely grazes iron, and Richards comes away with the board for the Bearcats. Richards inside to George Smith. He goes up, can't finish. Ball batted around, and it's going to be Geathers who comes away with it. Looked like Smith may have had the opportunity there. Nice closeout there by Geathers underneath.
There you go.
And the floater there is good, so Lehman finally on the board. John Batista, his first basket of the night. It's 7-2 Bearcats.
Come on, boss, feel that.
And now it's George Smith Jr. on the right wing. Now Bajrami's up top, has Kamara on him. Bajrami spins, ball comes loose. It's Batista who comes away with it. Now up top to Geathers, has options. Instead, he'll go at Donnellan himself. Spin move, a little too strong, no good. Rebound comes out, but it's Geathers who corrals. John Batista, nice pump fake there. Into the lane, no basket. Offensive foul, it's going to be George Smith Jr. who takes it. Coming into the game, Sabri Traore getting his first minutes of the night, number 35. Now it's Donnellan outside of Piersic, and he takes too many steps. before he gets the shot off, and now Reese will come into the game. And it'll be Batista to walk it across the timeline for Lehman. He goes around the pick. Ball batted away. Loose ball. It's going to be Camara who has it last. Then it'll actually go off of, I believe, Tommy Batista, and it'll go back to Baruch on the far side.
A really good defense there by the Bearcats, fighting and scraping for that loose ball. So now it's going to be Jack Reese taking it up past the timeline. George Smith Jr. at the top, giving to now Adnan Bajrami. He finds a cutting Michael Richards. Easy layup there. Nice connection between Bajrami and Michael Richards.
And it'll be Batista to walk up. Early 7-point lead for the Bearcats. Definitely the type of start that Coach Alisi was looking for. Gathers now into the lane, and he takes too many steps. Slid his pivot foot, and it's going to go back to Baruch, and a couple of unforced errors here in the early going. And it's going to be a timeout for Coach Schulman and Lehman. 30-second timeout. A little more than 5 minutes gone here in the first half. Baruch lead by 7. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel. Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. So with 14:53 remaining here in the first, Baruch leads by 7. And it'll be ball in the hands of Jack Reese, now up to Bajrami, and he'll bring it into the front court for the Bearcats. It'll be George Smith Jr. up top, ball swung around the perimeter in the hands of Richards now. Purisic comes through. It's actually George Smith up top, over to Bajrami on the right wing. Jab step, working on Kamara. It's going to go off Kamara last and into the bench of Lehman. Bajrami to inbound, looking for options. Bounce pass up top to Reese. Purisic over to Richards. Been impressed with Richards' game the last few weeks. He's come on strong here late in the season. Now Reese slides a little too much, and it's going to go back to Lehman on the turnover. And it'll be Batista to walk things up. Now Kamara has it. Over to Tommy Batista. John Batista has it now. John's going to take too many steps as he tried to get that shot off through the contact, and it'll go back to the Bearcats.
That's also going to bring in Ryan Graziano. Looks like he's coming in for Emil Purisic.
And it'll be Reese to walk it up. Tommy Batista will pick him up the full length of the court, but Reese will be able to bring it into the front court. Reese into the lane, now outside to George Smith Jr. Couple off-ball screens, trying to find Bajrami on the far side, but it comes to Reese. Now Richards underneath. Richards a little too short on that, and the rebound in there by John Batista. Richards still all over him, though, as Batista has to bring it into the front court. Over to Kamara now. Kamara goes for the spin, gives it off to Gathers. Batista has it up top. Into the lane goes Batista. High arcing shot is good, and he's able to knock it down.
It seems to really be John Batista's approach there to come into the lane. Seen a lot of floaters out of him thus far.
Now George Smith Jr. over to Jack Reese. Richards left wing over to Reese in the corner now. Bajrami coming through multiple screens, trying to find options. Looks like George Smith Jr. and Graziano might have got tied up. Same spot on the court. Now Gether's going to go the other way for Lehman, and he finishes with the right hand.
And Coach Alisi is going to call a timeout.
And he is livid. You could see it on in front of the bench there. He wants to talk things over with 13:15 remaining here in the first. Coach Alisi wants to talk it over. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. So it'll be Jack Reese to bring it up. It's Reese, Graziano, Smith Jr., Richards, and Bajrami for the Bearcats. Now Gethers all over Graziano here on the right wing. Up to Smith Jr. Nunez comes out to him. Also checking the game is Will Feldman for Lehman, so they made a few changes in that timeout. Now Reese in the corner, gets Feldman in the air, out to Bajrami. One dribble, pull up three. He knocks it down. Adnan Bajrami's feeling it. He's got 8.
Bajrami clearly the hot hand here early on for Baruch.
Feldman off to Gethers. Back over to Feldman, trying to clear out for Batista underneath. Shot's a little short. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to go back to the Bearcats as it gets caught between the rim and the glass.
Hey, don't leave your feet on every shot, fake. Pressure, Will. Pressure.
And Feldman now picks up Reese at the half court. Now it's in the corner to Richards. He'll put it on the deck. Reese now baseline jumper. Shot no good. Reese able to get his own rebound, though. He gets it out to Smith Jr. Now Graziano pull up right corner 3. He knocks it down. Ryan Graziano.
Really good job by the Bearcats to follow up their shots, create extra opportunities, and then get the ball in the hands of Ryan Graziano behind the perimeter.
Kamara has it now. Gethers gets that strip from him. It's Jack Reese. Nunez trying to hustle back. Has handoff to Richards. And he finished with the right hand. And it's going to be a timeout for Colt Schulman and Lehman as Baruch going on a little bit of a run, extend that lead to 11. It's the biggest lead of the afternoon. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. So welcome back to the Arc Arena. For Lehman, it will be Kamara, Batista, Nunez, Gethers, and Feldman. And for the Bearcats, it's Richards, Purisic, Graziano, Bajrami, and Reese. And it'll be in the hands of John Batista now. Now up top to Gethers for Lehman. Has Bajrami close out on him. Little jab step there by Kamara. Kamara trying to find Nunez underneath. Nunez sliding on the floor. They're going to say it went back to Lehman. Coach Alisi quick to pop off his bench, thinking that he slid out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Lightning as Mo Idrisu comes to the scorer's table to check in, and that'll bring Bashiru Kamara to the bench. Nunez now working on Graziano inside. He goes up, and he's able to finish off glass. Now it's Graziano up top. Richards on right wing, gives it up to Reese. Ball swung around the perimeter. Graziano, it's going to be a technical foul on Schulman as he wanted contact on the last call, and that's going to be a technical.
So that'll likely lead Ryan Graziano, assuming the responsibilities of the team's go-to free throw shooter. Used to be a Billy Sixsmith's job.
And Graziano knocks down the first. It's a 2-shot technical. And he's good on the second.
And Baruch really making it hurt here, going on a big run. It's going to be side out here for the Bearcats.
So right in front of the Lehman bench, it'll be Bajrami to inbound. He gets it off to Reese, and Feldman's all up on him. Reese into the lane, gives it outside. Bajrami, right wing 3. He's been feeling it tonight, and he rattles that one home. Adnan Bajrami, his third three of the night. That gives him 11 of the first 22. Ball knocked away from Bajrami, and he's having a great night scoring. Baruch's leading scorer on the season, starting out with the hot hand.
And Lehman a little slow to close out on Bajrami, who's clearly proven that he can shoot it here.
His average is 16. He's already got 11 on the night now. Feldman up top for Lehman. They trail by 14, almost midway point of the first half. Feldman into the lane. High arcing floater is good. Nice shot there by Feldman. An impressive move to create some space. Now it's Purisic up top. Over to Graziano on the left wing. Purisic now has it on the right wing. Crossover move on Nunez into the paint. Graziano, he's got the open shot. Pulls the three, he knocks it down. Ryan Graziano, his second three, and Colt Schulman, under a minute since his last time out, wants to talk things over again as they trail by 15 with 10:16 remaining here in the first half. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. So 10:16 remaining. Lehman come out of the timeout. It'll be Jean Baptiste to walk things up.
And Lehman really quick to go that timeout once again, but it's really been all Baruch here thus far and pretty much shooting the lights out of the gym here.
Nunez, nice pump there. Can't finish. Gets his own rebound. And it was blocked, and it'll stay with Lehman as last goes out off Purisic. Coming back into the game for Lehman is Alex Hansen, and that'll bring Nunez to the bench.
Unfortunately, we're having some live stats issues, but would love to see what the Bearcats are shooting, both from the field and beyond the perimeter here thus far.
Batiste off his hand, and Baruch come away with a steal. Up to Richards. He'll try to finish. Right hand layup. He's able to finish through some contact. And Michael Richards gets his name on the score sheet. Batista has it now. Crossover on Richards. Idrisu back up to Batista. He thinks about the shot, goes into the lane. He gets fouled from behind. Shot no good. Foul's going to be on Richards, his first, and that'll send John Batista to the line.
Will, you got one. Will, you on one. You on one. Yeah, I know.
John Batista is 69% free throw shooter on the season.
You got shooter. Tell me. You got it. Here. You got 14. You got 14.
And 2 of 2 from the line. It'll be number 22, Tommy Batista, checking back into the game as John Batista comes to the bench. And it'll be Donnellan to bring it up for the Bearcats. Cross the timeline. Feldman all over him. Baseline Purisic. Shot no good. Ball still loose. Feldman comes away with the rebound. Now Gethers has it. Working on Graziano. Circles back. Now banging away in the paint. Gethers. Shot no good. Graziano rips the rebound down. Donnellan now over to Bajrami. He's feeling it. Air ball there from Bajrami. He's a nice closeout there by Lehman. And it'll be Feldman into the front court for the Lightning. Crossover move by Feldman over to Batista. Takes the pick there from Hansen, but instead he gets double teamed. The ball's loose. It's Hansen. Nope, it's Purisic, and he's right up to Donnellan, who could lay it in. Nope, he can't finish. Donnellan hits the deck hard. No, they're going to say no contact, and it'll go back the other way with Idrisu. Over to Feldman, over to Idrisu. Pull up right wing three. Shot no good. Graziano on the rebound. And a nice circle of events right there, as it looked like Donovan had a chance for an easy layup, but good close down by the Lightning.
Yeah, it's tough when you have 3 defenders trailing you or kind of on the side, so no foul call there, but Donovan definitely had to take a lot of contact to put that one up.
Now it's going to be Purisic into the paint. High layup, no good, trying to go for the reverse. Feldman comes away with the board, and he'll push himself for the Lightning. Now Feldman over to Idrisu. Now the ball's in the corner. It's a Geathers 3. He knocks it down. The first 3 of the night for Lehman.
And Lehman just trying to get something going offensively here. Able to finally convert from 3.
Jamel Fair, who just checked into the game, has the ball. Now over to Donnellan. Feldman on him. Back outside Purisic. Corner 3. He answers on the other end. Emil Purisic, his first 3 of the night, and I believe that's Baruch's 6th 3 on the afternoon.
And again, definitely one of the Bearcats' best games this season, shooting from the 3-point line. And it seems like everything's been going right here for Baruch early on, so hopefully they can keep up the intensity, keep their focus, and really put this one out of reach for Lehman.
Kamara checks back in for Hansen, and George Smith Jr. coming back into the game for Baruch. Now the ball's in the corner to Batista. He'll dribble back out to the right wing. Ooh, nice crossover move. Batista in the lane. Shot no good. Ball's batted around. Fair comes away with the rebound for Baruch. Now it's Graziano, right wing 3. He knocks it down. Ryan Graziano.
And the Bearcats are just simply on fire right now.
Making it rain would be an understatement for Baruch's doing here in the first half. Nice give and go play now inside to Geathers. He gets blocked from behind. I believe it was Smith Jr. who got a hand in. Now Donnellan will slow things up. He'll pull a 3 himself, and he'll knock it down. And the team as a whole just flowing. And once again, Lehman are going to talk things over. Baruch now up 21 in a marquee matchup here on Saturday afternoon at the Arc Arena. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. So welcome back to the Arc Arena. And if you're Coach Roman, you can't be happy with the effort that Lehman has given here. Not really closing out on defense, and Baruch have 8 threes here in the first half.
And yeah, typically we say, like, let the other team shoot the 3 ball. Eventually that'll fade out. But the Bearcats have just not let their foot off the gas pedal, just converting time and time again from the 3-point line. So it's been a huge first half here for Baruch.
And Batista throws it into the Bearcats bench. And to your point, yeah, Graziano and Bajrami both with 3 threes tonight, pacing the Bearcats from beyond the arc.
And you definitely love to see Graziano getting going, because that's definitely one of his primary roles here for the Bearcats, is to be able to shoot it from beyond 3, but also Bajrami, who has a little bit more of a multi-dimensional player.
George Smith Jr., no good from the baseline. Actually, they had Graziano backdoor. I don't know if George Smith Jr. saw him in the corner for 3, so it's still open for 3, even though when they're not getting the ball, it's Tommy Batista. Shot no good. Long rebound, though. Geathers comes away with it. Batista now gets it back into the paint up against George Smith Jr. A little contact, no call.
Absolutely, and a big advantage of hitting all these 3 balls is now if the defenders are closing out, there's possibly a lane that you could beat them in and then drive.
So we'll see how that affects the Bearcats offense as Bajrami has it now. Donnellan up top. He gets them on their feet. Now Fair thinks about the shot. Now instead he'll put it on the ground. Baseline shot, no good, about a 16-footer. And that was actually a great antidote to your point right there. He was able to draw on the defense, put the ball on the deck, create an open shot. Unfortunately, no good as George Smith Jr. knocks that one out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Lehman Lightning.
Also, you're seeing Lehman leave their feet a lot now, defending the 3-ball. So it's pretty easy to bait them into that with a nice pump fake, create a little bit of lane and separation for yourself.
And now it'll just be imperative on Baruch to just finish inside and finish those layups when they have the opportunity.
And that's really important because not only can Graziano shoot the 3-ball, but he's also big and physical enough to drive it. And that one goes into the Bearcats bleachers.
I got to say, it goes back to the Bearcats through the screens. I really couldn't see what happened there. It was on the far side of the court. And now it's Donnellan up top over to Richards. Ball swung around the perimeter, Graziano. Donnellan, nice little jab step over to George Smith Jr. Now into the corner to Fair. Michael Richards will come through the pick of George Smith, and now it's over to Donnellan. Graziano, step back. Nope, it's going to be too many steps as he banks in. I think would have been a long 2 on that one.
Yeah, tough call there.
And it'll be Ocean Scott, the 6'3" freshman, who just checked into inbounds, and it'll be up to John Bautista, who's back into the game as well. Now it's Adrisu, almost loses it. Gathers calling for it underneath. Now it's Batista, and it's going to be an offensive foul on Richards takes the foul. It's going to be on Batista. Nice play there for Richards to get in the lane and clock things up.
Yeah, it's really been everything going in Baruch's favor here throughout the first half. Just playing really well on both sides of the ball.
So now Donnellan has it on the right wing. Batista out on him. Over to Fair. Gathers picks him up. Smith will run through, but it'll be over to Graziano in the corner. Now back up top to Donnellan. Donnellan, a little crossover move, has George Smith. Swung around the perimeter to Fair. Bounce pass inside to Graziano. Gives it outside. Donnellan thinks about the shot. Now Fair will have an open 3 if he wants it. He'll take. No good. It'll be George Smith Jr. skying for the rebound. Donnellan thinks about the shot. Instead gives it back inside to George Smith Jr. Off glass and good. He thought it was some contact. They're going to say he went straight up, but Baruch have extended the lead to 23. Coming in on 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. Baruch really stepping on that accelerator. Tommy Batista's 3 shot, no good. Long rebound outside to Adrisu, and now it's over to Batista. He'll pull a straightaway 3. That's going to be way short, and Donnellan comes away with the board.
You just got to love the ball movement on the Bearcats and offensively as Donnellan pulls up from 3, knocks it down.
Rattles that one home is Sean Donnellan, his second of the afternoon. And Baruch now extend their lead to 26.
I think everyone's just really feeding off one another's momentum here.
Now that's a corner 3 there by Scott. No good. Ball batted around. It's Adrisu who comes away with it. Batista has it up top, and you have to wonder if Lehman's going to start chucking 3s just to call themselves back into the game.
And if you're Baruch, you see them giving a little bit of separation.
And Batista shot no good off left rim. Graziano comes away with the rebound. And for how impressive Baruch's offense has been, their defense has been equally as impressive.
Exactly.
Now Richards over to Donnellan. He was almost going to hop right into that 3. Now Graziano. Pull up 18-footer just inside the line. Shot no good. Richards comes away with the board. He gets fouled. It's going to be on Gathers, I believe, underneath. And that'll send Richards to the line to shoot 2.
Number 23, Isaiah Gathers, his first. 2 shots for Michael Richards.
And a whole slew of changes here for Lehman as Jerome Atkinson will come in for the first time. Number 35, Traore and Feldman will come back into the game. It was Batista, Adrisu coming to the bench, and now it'll be Traore to inbound to Feldman as Richards knocks home the second. It's 43-15. Baruch have a 28-point lead, their largest of the night. Now Gathers inside. Working with the right hand, can't finish. Graziano comes away with the board, able to tip it to himself. Nice play there from saving it to go out of bounds. Now Fair. Crossover move, back up top to Donnellan. Donnellan working on Atkinson, who just checked in. Now it's over to Smyth Jr. trying to find Donald. He got cut off from the pass. Feldman comes away with the steal. Now outside. Geathers going to pull a three. Closed out was Richards. Shot no good by Geathers. Feldman almost turns it over. Now Atkinson, left elbow shot. Too strong, and Graziano comes away with the board. End-to-end action here at the Arc Arena. Now Donellan has it. He'll go past Atkinson. Free throw line jumper. And rattles off both sides of the rim. No good. And it'll be Feldman to bring it into the front court for Lehman. Now Geathers has it on right wing. Geathers into the lane. He gets blocked by Smyth Jr. Graziano comes away with it. It's Donellan leading the rush. Nice little Euro step and finishing with the right hand. Sean Donellan. Scott has it now up top.
This Bearcat offense really just putting on a clinic here today.
And Geathers' shot's going to be no good. They're going to call the foul underneath, on the floor, excuse me, and it'll be side out. Oh, no, they're going to say it was a shooting foul. My apologies, and it'll send Geathers to the line to shoot two. And we thought it was impressive that the women Bearcats were able to put up 50 in the first half of their game. Looks like Baruch, the men, trying to match that here in the first half of the second game of our doubleheader. And apparently I was correct in the first place. It will be side out, so.
And again, at the same time, David, you weren't necessarily expecting such a big deficit early on in the first half, with both teams coming in with nearly identical records, both overall and within the CUNYAC. So Baruch really, this is a big statement that they're getting hot at the right time, and hopefully they can just take that momentum all the way through the playoffs.
Foul there as the basket goes up. It's going to be on 14. Michael Richards, his second.
2 shots for number 2, Will Feldman.
Also to that point, they played Lehman tight at Lehman, losing by 2 in a close one. So definitely opportunity to enact some revenge. And like you said, really trying to get that. If you get to that second seed, you get the bye. And this win, if they can win tonight, it will push them into that 2 seed. Obviously, they still have to play College Town out of conference. And Lehman plays against City College, so definitely still more games to be played. However,
definitely some big playoff implications here.
If Baruch can get that 2 seed, which I think would be excellent for them, they'll be able to get a bye next week and wouldn't have to play until the 24th in the semifinals. And shot no good, but it's going to be a foul call underneath on 14, Ocean Scott. It's going to be his first. And it'll send Purisic to the line to shoot 2. Purisic on the season, only a 48% free throw shooter, so definitely has had his struggles as he's off on the first.
And number 10, Mo Idrisu. Placed number 23, Isaiah Gathers.
So he's good on the second. Baruch lead by 30 here in the first half, 46-16. Under a final minute here with Feldman now over to Traore. Idrisu gives it off to Atkinson. Looks like he might have taken some steps, but keeps it going. Feldman pull-up shot, way short, and it's going to be Purisic on the rebound.
About a 3-second separation between game and shot clock here, so the Bearcats can just about hold. Try to get a quality look here.
So Donellan, ball swung around to Reese. And now over to Bajrami in the corner. Now Donellan has it up top. 7 seconds, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Bajrami's going to pull. Air ball. Feldman comes away with the rebound. Trying to hit Traore ahead of the pack. Traore, step back shot. No good. 1 second left, and that should do it for the end of the first half here at the Arc Arena. Baruch have dominated on both ends of the floor. Lead by 30, 46-16. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with second half action. You're watching Baruch Basketball on YouTube channel, Baruch Bearcats Broadcasting. And welcome back to the Arc Arena. 20 minutes gone, 20 minutes to go here between Lehman and Baruch. If you're just tuning in, Baruch off to a hot start from downtown. 9 of 12 in the first half, shot 16 of 31 overall. As Lehman will inbound and will be in the hands of Gethers. It's Gethers, Batista, Camara, and Hansen in the to start the second half. For Baruch, it's Donalyn, Richards, Smith Jr., Bajrami, and Purisic. The same starting five. Offensive foul off the ball, and I think it's going to be on number 30, Hansen, underneath. His first of the game. And the first half has saw it all, Brian. We saw lots of scoring, great defense, even a technical foul thrown in there, so definitely an exciting first half at the Arc Arena.
Oh, absolutely. Bearcats really came out firing on all cylinders here today during Bearcat Appreciation Day. A little bit extra on the line, especially for some of the senior guys, and even the ones who unfortunately can't play tonight, then they're definitely playing for them.
So now Richards has it in the corner. He might have had an open shot if he turned around there. Now inside to Purisic. Shot no good. Smith Jr. on the rebound. Bajrami back up top to Richards. Donalyn inside to Purisic again. High off the glass. Able to finish with the right hand. And if you didn't catch us the first game, the women were able to pull out a 36-point victory, 87-51. The men trying to replicate that here at the Arc Arena. Great defense. And Richards in the way of the pass there, as now the ball's in the hands of Donalyn. Active hands on the defensive side for Baruch. Now up top to Bajrami.
But again, love that aggressiveness out of Bajrami. Unfortunately, that one rimmed out, but just keep riding the hot hand.
Now Gethers, corner three, shot no good. Rebounded there by Purisic. And Lehman's going to be having to force to be settling for some threes now, trailing by 32 here in the early portion of the second half. Now Donalyn has it, gives off to Purisic in the corner. George Smith comes around a pick up top. Now to Bajrami. Bajrami thinks about the shot, has Tommy Batista on him. Purisic comes through into the paint. Now it's in the hand of Donalyn. Off the glass. No good. Ball bounces off the front rim and out. And John Batista will push over to Gethers. He had the actually open three, as there was a little bit of miscommunication between Bajrami and Purisic. But Richards rips it away from Gethers there on the defensive end. Purisic through the legs to George Smith Jr. He nutmegged John Batista and able to find Smith Jr. underneath for the easy layup.
Again, the Bearcats really just making it happen on both sides of the ball. Michael Richards forcing that turnover, stripping with the steal, and then the offense able to convert on the other side.
Yeah, a sexy assist on the other end as Bajrami was able to find Smith Jr. Now Gethers into the lane, can't go up and under, and Smith Jr. comes away with the rebound, and it'll be Donalyn quickly to push the other way into the hands of Purisic. He has Richards outside. Nope, it's going to be an offensive foul on Purisic, as it was John Batista who took the charge underneath.
Yeah, that's a good call, too. Purisic was coming in hot, looking for an open option, but Batista had 2 feet planted there, and Purisic really didn't see him as he was coming in just about full speed.
So Batista walks it across the timeline. Richards picks him up. Now over to Hansen inside. The big man able to finish through the contact and one, and he'll go to the line for an opportunity at a three-point play. Caleb Hansen, the 6'5" junior from Columbus High School. Off on the free throw, though, and Bajrami comes down with the board, and now Donalyn will bring it into the front court. Coming in on 3 minutes gone here in the second half. Ball swung around the perimeter. Purisic outside, working on Batista. The double team comes. Over to Richards, trying to give it outside to Donalyn, and it's going to go off the lightning last, and it's going to stay with the Bearcats.
So, yeah, tough break there. The Bearcats pretty much smothered by Lehman. Unfortunately, it was a little bit of a turnover there, but ball got knocked out by Lehman, so this one's going to go back to Baruch with a fresh 30 on the clock.
And because of the turnover and then the turnover again, it's going to be, like you said, a fresh 30. So it'll be Donalyn up top. He'll think about the shot. Instead, he'll kick it out. Purisic step-back shot, a little short, no good, and Batista comes away with that and brings it into the front court for Lehman. Now over to Idrisu, back up to Batista. Thinks about the deep three. Instead, he'll pull it back out. and take the pick there from Hansen. Now inside to Kamara. Kamara's able to finish over Purisic for the easy layup. Baruch's lead cut to 30.
And Bearcats struggling just a little bit to get that primary look that they want offensively. Let's see if they can do that here.
Now Richards crossover move over to Purisic. Purisic going to drive baseline, hand off to Smyth Jr., and he's able to finish with the right hand.
So Bearcats answer right back and get their offense going.
George Smyth Jr. has 6 on the afternoon. Batista up top. Richards on him. Couple crossovers. Pull up 3 straight on. Off right rim. No good. And it's Smyth Jr. who pulls down that board. Now Donnellan into the lane. Spinning. Finishing with the right hand. Nice play there by Sean Donnellan. Now Tommy Batista trying to answer at the other end against Bajrami. Nice reverse layup. End-to-end action continues here at the Arc Arena between Lehman and Baruch.
Yeah, both sides are continuing to play at a very quick pace here.
Now Richards looking for options. Smyth Jr. on the right wing, is it? Donnellan, corner 3. He knocks it down. Sean Donnellan knocks down his third 3 of the afternoon. He's a perfect 3 of 3 from deep, and Baruch continue with the hot hand from downtown, a place that they shot 75% from in the first.
They got to just love the different looks coming out of Sean Donnellan on the offensive end. To first finish with a really beautiful layup there, and then to come back on the next possession and bang a 3 in the corner is just really nice to see out of a freshman.
And it's good. I think his best games of the year so far when he's been aggressive, and I feel like sometimes he settles for shots that may not be his. This time he's really stepping into it and really playing to his strength.
Yeah, a lot of conviction, too, in those attempts.
So Bajrami, step back, baseline shot, no good. Rebounded there by Kamara for Lehman. Now over to Tommy Batista, a little bit behind him. Richards hits the deck. George Smyth Jr. picks up the loose ball, and Purisic has it now. And he'll slow things up as he was going 1-on-3 against Lehman there in the front court. Now Purisic will run through, but it'll be over to Donnellan. Now George Smyth Jr. on the right wing. Back up top to look. Bajrami opens up, doesn't give it to him. George Smyth Jr., nice crossover move, finds Purisic inside and finishes with a soft right hand. So Batista has it now in the front court for Lehman. Crossover move. It looks like he ran into his own man, Hansen. Smyth Jr. ahead of the pack. He gets blocked from behind by Batista. So it'll be Purisic and Donnellan to come to the bench as Reese and Graziano have come in. Adrisu and Kamara come to the bench as well as Feldman and I believe Traore have checked into the game. It is Traore, yes.
Yeah, it's good to see Graziano back on the floor. Hope he can continue the day he's had thus far, shooting from 3.
Now it's Richards in the corner, up to Reese up top. He thinks out the shot. Now it's Graziano. He gets Traore in the air. Now back out to Reese. Reese going to drive, gives it off to Richards. Offensive foul on Jack Reese. And it's a nice charge taken there by John Batista.
Good work, Gian. Attack off of it.
Batista crossover, takes the pick from Hansen. Now on the elbow, thinks about the shot, gives it off to Feldman. Ball swung around the perimeter. It's Tommy Batista. He goes right into George Smyth Jr. Can't finish. Hansen goes up with the rebound. He gets fouled as he goes up, but the foul there is going to be on Graziano, and that'll send Hansen to the line. An opportunity to cut into this lead some more. Baruch was up by 30 at half. They are leading by 25 now, and Hansen has a chance for a couple here at the line.
Also looks like Nate Ormond's about to check in. And Hansen good on the first as George Smyth Jr. checks out.
Smyth Jr. has played 18 in the first and all 7 here in the second, so 25 out of 27 minutes. And off on the second, hits both rims, but no good. And Bajrami comes down with the board, and it'll be Reese to bring it up. Feldman will pick him up 3/4 court. Ball swung around the perimeter into the hands of Richards. Now up top to Reese. Pass over to Graziano. Now Bajrami coming on the curl, knocks down the elbow jumper on Bajrami. his first bucket of the second half after a hot first half where he was tied with Graziano with 11 to lead all scorers. Now Traore back outside to Batista. Bounce pass inside to Hansen. He faces up on Orman, back out to Batista. He'll pull over Richards. 3 off back rim, no good. Batista really struggling from the field so far. And it'll be Reese who comes into the front court with it. Now up top to Graziano, swung around to Richards. Richards looking for options. Reese will come through. It'll be Ormond up top. Now over to Graziano. Cut inside, fade away from Bajrami. He knocks it down. And he's finding that space in the mid-range and really able to capitalize with back-to-back jumpers.
Sure, and Bajrami has done an amazing job here thus far and throughout the season of converting those fadeaways. It's almost like he feels more comfortable kind of shooting, falling away from the rim.
Now Feldman into the lane, gives it off to Hansen. Hansen almost loses it, but now it's out to Batista. Nice crossover move, almost stumbles and loses it. Back out to Tommy Batista, and it's going to be a reach-in foul there by Bajrami. The shot's not going to count, and it's going to be side out for Lehman. Jamel Fair into the game now as as Bajrami will come to the bench. Feldman, step back fadeaway jumper, no good. Orman on the rebound. And Graziano in the corner, now over to Fair on the wing. Fair into the lane, circles back out. Almost stumbled himself, and now Graziano touches it up top quickly to Reese. Now Orman in the post. Richards pull up 3, around and out, no good. Ball's loose into the hands of Feldman, now Batista. Batista can't finish as Fair comes away with the board. Batista just having a rough game, but Gian Batista able to strip that one from behind. Now Batista over to Tommy Batista, left wing 3, he knocks it down.
Good sequence there by Lehman just to not give up on the play. Even able, after they were unable to convert, they got the turnover in transition there.
Now Richards right into the lane, looking for options, bounce pass up top to Reese, and they'll slow things down. Instead, Reese will pick it back up. Tommy Batista around him, and it's going to be a blocking foul on Gian Batista. That's going to be his second.
Number 15, Gian Batista, his second. Jack Reese, 2 shots.
Will, what do you got right now?
And Reese good on the first. Jack Reese only a 37% free throw shooter on the season, so helping out the season average here during the last home game at the Arc Arena. And he's good on the second. 37-point lead for the Bearcats. Excuse me. Yes, 37-point lead for the Bearcats. And Graziano comes away with the steal. Up top to Reese, over to Donnellan. Ball swung around, corner 3 from Fair. He knocks it down. Jamel Fair making it even 40 for the Bearcats.
It's really good to see everyone contributing here today, especially from beyond the perimeter. If the Bearcats can bring that into the playoffs, that's super hard to defend. And like we mentioned earlier, that just really opens up different avenues that you can take offensively when you're converting on those 3-pointers. Looks like we're going to have a double sub here as
Muhammad Gee checking into the game for the Bearcats for the first time tonight. And Nunez checks back into the game for Lehman. And if Baruch keep this up, they'll be able to clear out the entire bench as we're still waiting on Sean Lockman to check into the game. Maybe even see some Ian Voss Potts tonight. Good on the first. Tommy Batista will go to the bench as number 31, Caleb Muzan, for the first time tonight, will check in. Gathers off on the second. Nice rebound there by Muzan, and he's able to get his first bucket of the night. Baruch lead by 37. Now Donellan has it up top. Goes past Feldman. Nope, instead he'll kick it out to Reese. Reese baseline. Kicks it out. Guy in the corner. Shot a little too strong. And Gian Bautista comes away with it. A Hail Mary pass is knocked away by Donellan. He'll stay with the Lehman Lightning. Ball inside, almost lost by Gathers. It does get lost by Gathers. Reese comes away with it. Fair now over to Reese up top. Reese thinks about the three. Instead gives it over to Guy in the corner. So it's going to be Gathers who rips down that rebound. Cross-court pass, trying to go for Feldman. They're going to say the foul there is on Reese on the far side. That's going to be only his second.
It looks like he nearly picked that one off, and then he went to make a second effort to try to steal it, and then that's when they rung him up with the foul.
A little overzealous on the defensive end, and now Jerome Atkinson checks into the game, and that'll send Gian Bautista to the bench. A little under 9 minutes remain here. Baruch leading by 36. And he's good on the second, so it'll be Donellan to walk things up, going up against Feldman here at the half-court line, and now brings it across the timeline. Donellan right into the paint. Orman gets it, though. He forces a shot up, gets his own rebound, and he's able to finish.
It's been good to see Nate Orman really get some minutes down the stretch here in the season, and just to see the development in his game, and it's been great.
And we talked about how great this is going to be for Baruch, who's trying to, get some momentum going to the playoffs. But on the other side, you're Colt Truman. You cannot be happy with how Lehman's looking as they go to the playoffs, because they're going to have to deal with, maybe an additional game now because of the performance here tonight.
Yeah, and again, both teams came in with very similar records, but this game has kind of played out like there was a lot bigger disparity between the two records. So they got to go back to the drawing board and really make sure they find their stride going into playoffs if you're Lehman, but at the same time, this is a huge takeaway for the Bearcats.
As a former Baruch athlete yourself, how do you, you come in here, you get blown out late in the season, and all right, playoffs are right around the corner. They have clinched the spot, so they will be in the dance regardless. But how do you get that mindset back if you're Coach Schulman saying, all right, guys, this is what has happened, and now we got to kind of move ahead?
No, that's a really good question. I think the one advantage about playing within your conference is that this isn't the first time they've seen each other all year. This is the third. This is the second, and then they'll potentially see each other down the stretch a third time. So really just understanding your opponents and understanding where it went wrong today for Lehman, and to be able to just come out and make those corrections, and really just it's all about execution at the end of the day. So.
And Tuesday night when they go and face City College, do you think this game's in the back of their head, or they're moved on past it?
At that point, I think you just got to wipe the slate clean and just go into that City College game just with a fresh start and hopefully try to get some momentum going into the playoffs, even if it's just one positive game.
Because they haven't lost the 2 seed yet. It really matters what happens in some of the other games today. And on Tuesday, however, Baruch's last conference game's today, so they don't play anything else. They play College of Staten Island in non-conference action, so it could be big with Lehman really should be able to control their own destiny if they want that too.
Absolutely. So it'll definitely be interesting to see how everything shakes out down the stretch.
So Muzan's going to go to the line to shoot 2. And he's good of 2 of 2 at the line. So nice free throw shooting from the big man.
Love to see Muhammad Gee get going offensively. Maybe they'll get him a few looks here. And again, there's been so much ball movement on the Bearcats' end. But as I say that pass is picked off.
Ooh, nice step there by Kamara. A little short on the layup, though, and Donnellan comes around with the board. Reese up to Fair. Can't finish. Gets his own rebound. Step back, pull-up jumper. He knocks that one down. Does Jamel Fair.
Great second effort there by Jamel Fair to follow up his shot, grab his own board, and then come back with the second attempt and able to finish. And speaking of finishing, Feldman able to finish for Lehman there.
So Orman now around to Gee through Reese. And Gee will dribble back out to the right wing. Has it up top is Reese. He'll find Orman underneath. Then the big man will finish with the reverse layup.
Yeah, nice hesitation there by Nate Orman to draw the defender and then come back with a little bit of a reverse layup there.
And Gee grabs that board, and it'll be Donnellan to walk things up the other end. Baruch lead by 37. Have doubled up Lehman here in the ball game. Donnellan can't finish, and he'll go get fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
And David, what I love about that is Donnellan's still playing at 100% intensity. Obviously, there's a huge deficit here, but he's still going hard to the rim at 100% full speed into full contact. So you really got to credit the Bearcats' effort because they have not took their foot off the pedal here.
Donnellan off on the first. Sabri Traore will check into the game as Bashiru Kamara will come to the bench.
And Sean Donovan's little hesitation that we've seen throughout this season almost drew a lane violation there from Lehman.
But he's good on the second, so 75-37. Ooh, nice pass there by Feldman trying to find Nunez. Knocked out of bounds by Fair. Muzan shot three, no good. It'll be a long rebound out to the three-point line, but it'll be Gee who comes away with it. Step back from Gee. Oh, can't get that one to drop. Hits the rim twice, no good. And it'll be Feldman the other way. Crossover move outside, corner three there by Atkinson, no good. Muzan on the rebound, though, in the paint, fighting over Gee. Shot no good. Orman on the rebound. Hands it off to Reese, who will bring it into the front court for the Bearcats. Donnellan, pull up three, knocks it down. Sean Donnellan, another three there. And that'll bring Voss Potts and Lockman to the scorers table to check in as Lockman, as the only two players that have not entered the game so far will get some late game minutes.
Again, really good opportunity for everyone to get on the floor here tonight, get their legs going, moving at full game speed as that ball is stuck.
Twice in one game. We saw it earlier and see it again. So it's going to go towards, the arrow's going to go towards Baruch. So it'll be Lockman and Voss Potts in, Jamel Fair, and Sean Donnellan to the bench. And a great game by Donnellan. Really an exquisite game from downtown for the freshman point guard.
Yeah, really found his stride from three-pointer here today. So love to see that out of Donnellan. He was shooting with such great conviction.
Gee into the lane. High shot. No good. Nunez hits the deck. Feldman will bring it up for Lehman. Ooh, nice little stutter step there. Three's no good. Orman battling for it, able to fight over Traore and come down with the board. The five for Baruch is Orman, Reese, Lockman, Voss Potts, and Gee. Lockman loses it. No, off his leg. Yep. Oh, no, went to Gee this time. Gee inside to Orman, and he's able to throw it down. Nate Orman has been waiting for that, and that'll get the Baruch bench up.
I think that might be even one of the first Bearcat dunks we've seen all season here, at least at the Arc Arena. So
Traore shot no good, and Gee comes away with it.
But yeah, love seeing that out of Orman.
Now Lockman on the left wing gives it up to Gee up top. 3:48 remaining here in the ball game. Lockman has it up top. Crossover move. Thinks about the step back. Nope. Give it up. It's batted away by Muzan, and it'll stay with Baruch. Oh, they're going to say it went off of Baruch last. My apologies. Feldman over to Traore. Swings it around to Muzan. Traore swings it back to Nunez. Outside to Atkinson. Pull-up shot, no good. It's Traore who's inside, though, for the rebound, looking for options. Finds the option in Muzan. He goes up against Orman and is able to finish. And it'll be Reese to bring it in the front court. 3 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Now Lockman gets it. Almost loses his dribble there. Swings it into the corner to Voss Potts. Has Guy up top. Guy's going to pull a straight on three. Off no rim, no good. Then it'll be Atkinson who comes away with it.
And nice block there by Mohamed Guy.
Oh, he doesn't turn around, though. The full court pass, though, luckily enough. Oh, wow, they're going to say it went off of Guy last. I thought it went off of Muzan.
Again, I like that. I like seeing that out of Baruch. That's not something you typically see every day. With Orman just going with a little bit more of the baseball or quarterback approach. And actually, that was a beautiful pass. Just unfortunately, Guy was so focused on getting down the court, he didn't know it was coming.
That'll be Nunez inside. He'll turn. Nope. Give it back out to Idrisu, who just checked into the game. Off back rim. No good. Muzan grabs the board. Feldman picks it off. Lockman picks it off. But he goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to Lehman. A little bit of a football play there, reading the route and getting the interception. And nice play by Nunez to get Voss Potts in the air. Can't get a finish. Gets his own rebound. He's fouled as he hits the deck. And the foul there is going to be on number 12, Voss Potts. That's going to be his first, and that'll send Nunez to the line to shoot two. .50% free throw shooter on the season is Nunez. And he's off on the first. And he rattles home the second. Reese will bring it up into the front court. Has Feldman on him. Reese into the lane. Now gives it off to Guy. He'll pull a right corner three. Shot no good. Rebounded bat around. Into the hands of Orman, and he's able to finish. Nate Orman having a nice second half here.
Oh, big time. And again, the more depth you can find in that 4-5 position, the better, because obviously there's been a couple injuries.
And Idrisu knocks down a three, and a weird rotation on his ball. It's almost sideways when it leaves his hand. So he's able to get that one to fall. 82-43. Reese into the lane. Now up top to Voss Potts. He'll pull a three. Why not? Everyone's hitting him. Shot no good. Grazes the rim, and Feldman comes away with it. Gives it up to Idrisu. A nice play there, who had very little time to turn around and get that one to go.
And closing in on the 1 minute mark here. It's going to be underneath the basket. Jack Reese to inbound. Sean Lockman almost knocks that down. Offensive rebound, Voss Potts. And he gets that to go. So Ian Voss Potts getting on the board here.
6'8" sophomore out of New Orleans, Louisiana. So the shot's not going to go, and it's going to be a foul outside. Foul's going to be on Jack Reese, but that'll send Nunez to the line to shoot two. So Nunez good on the first. And 2 of 2 of the line, so nice trip to the stripe there for Angel Nunez. So Reese will bring it into the front court, and the atmosphere has subdued here at the Arc Arena. All that's decided is what the final score will be, but the ball game here is all but over. Now Reese will pull a 3. Back rim, no good. Feldman comes away with the rebound. Bounce pass up to Atkinson. And he's able to get that one to go, and Baruch could just run things out here. They just got to get it into the front court, and that should do it here at the Arc Arena. And a great day of basketball if you're the Baruch Bearcats.
Absolutely. 2 really hard-fought games from the Bearcats, and you really saw that down the stretch, and such big deficits in the wins is just a testament to how well both the men's and women's team played on both sides of the ball today.
So it is Bearcat Appreciation Day, a.k.a. Senior Day. Congratulations to Kalen Rivera, Samir Ahmed, D'Andre Gibbs, Benjamin Boateng, George Smyth Jr., and Allen Villar. Your final scores in your games today. First, in the women's game, Baruch won by 36, 87-51. And in the men's game, they matched them stride for stride, winning by 35, 84-49. So don't forget, they have one more game left. Our next broadcast will be next weekend as the women will host York College. To be determined with the men. There's still a lot to play out with Hunter and Lehman and Baruch all fighting for that number 2 seed. But that will do it here. This broadcast has been in conjunction with the Baruch Athletic Department and the men's and women's basketball team here at Baruch College. This has been your Bearcat Appreciation Day. For Brian Flannery, I'm David Just. Have a great night, everybody.